Welcome, Aries. This is your weekly focus for the week of July the 29th, leading to August the 4th. I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you for being here. Absolutely. Thank you for your support. Let's go right to the cards and see what they are going to reveal to us for the week coming. Our underlying energy is, look at how we have the High Priestess for your underlying energy. So this is about feeling empowered. This is about understanding, realizing the magic that is within you, your talents, your abilities, your unique personality, your strengths. And it's about bringing them to the table. It's about showing them. It's about spotlighting them. I think we had something similar to this last week, didn't we? Where this is a really strong area in your life where you can actually take some bold steps forward. And it starts with knowing yourself. It starts with understanding who you are, what you want, what fills you with passion, desire, and then embracing those things and going after what you want. Absolutely. This could definitely be a week to achieve greatness in your life. We have the star. Yeah, the star card is next. So this could actually be something spiritual that comes to you, a spiritual awakening, maybe something within the realm of psychic abilities that grows stronger. Maybe it's just your intuition is much stronger this week. Maybe you get a sense of clarity and wisdom and knowledge finds you this week. This is the star card. This is making the impossible possible. This is knowing that so long as you give it your attention, your focus, your energy, perhaps your resources, that it will come to be in your life. You see the way forward. You get that window of clarity this week. Okay? It's this could be career advancement. This could be a brand new relationship. Could be moving your relationship in the right direction. Maybe we're having conversations this week with somebody we hold dear to our heart. And because we have this conversation, we clear the path for new beginnings within the relationship, for strength within the relationship, for love and joy. We have the Eight of Swords. Yeah, you're seeing like a new perception of, you get a new perception of something. You become aware of something that you thought you couldn't step into, something that was holding you back. This is a very strong reading indicating that you observe it through a different set of eyes, or you get some kind of information in. I mean, pay attention to what happens to you this week, because this week you get this aha moment, you get this epiphany of how to move forward with a strength, with a courage. I mean, I see significant moves forward here. I mean, we start with the High Priestess as our underlying energy for the whole week. So there is magic around you, and it's very important to understand the magic that is within you and blend those two together and then when the star card comes out, and that's all about making the impossible possible, a renewed sense of hope. And we have the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles tells me that you have reached a plateau in some way, in some form. It's comfortable, maybe, or you're used to it, but it's time to move forward. It's time to see what you can step into that's new, that's exciting, that's full of passion, desire. Overriding this energy is the Four of Wands. Okay, so this could definitely be, all this could be happening in relationships for you. Okay, you have that conversation, and that opens up something where you never thought they liked that, or you never thought they knew that, or you didn't realize that they were doing that because of this or that. And so something's, through positive dialogue, something comes to light within that relationship. Maybe you observe the relationship through somebody else's eyes. Maybe it's a conversation you're having with somebody that knows you well, knows you as a couple well, and they say, "Well, don't you realize that they do this for you all the time?" Or they always make a point of doing that for you, or they're always the first person to do this. And it opens you up to, like, I've noticed it, but I've never really taken a great awareness to it. It opens you up. And this is about celebrating that relationship, celebrating the good parts of that relationship. So a lot of that dialogue may not be fix it kind of energy, but rather talking about how your hearts entwine into one. Okay, so maybe there's an emotional intimacy that's needed here this week, but I think that everything comes after the talk. But as we go towards weekend, we're trying new things within the relationship. We're looking for more innovative ways to go forward to create that bond within the relationship. Cradling all this energy, oh my gosh, is the Justice card. The Justice card says nothing really is going to happen here until you're willing to give up what no longer matters, what no longer supports you. Maybe it's in a relationship. I haven't talked about work and career too much here, but we do have a Pentacles in that area. So we might be talking about wonderment and beauty in uh, work, career. But the Justice card is here is when we start clearing house, when we start understanding, like, why do I allow that in my life? Because it doesn't support me. It doesn't have value in my life. It doesn't move me towards where I need to be or where I want to be. And you start to understand that you need to let go of some things. You need to release some things. You need to leave some things in your rearview mirror. That's going to give you more of a sense of freedom. You're not dealing with as much now, because I think this was other people's drama. It could be as well that was coming in here, and you're kind of closing the door on a lot of things in order to have me time, in order to turn that reflection back into your goals and your dreams and your desires, whether or not those goals, dreams, and desires are in work and career or relationships at this point in the reading, because we haven't hit any of that yet. And maybe I should start laying the cards down so that we can see it, so it's not, let's do that and see what happens. Maybe we're changing the way we're going to do the reading. We wouldn't do work and career yet. We would coming into the week and leaving the week, and then we would have, don't worry, I'll hold each of these cards up for you. Love and relationships. And of course, we will have a card signifying the end here. Okay, so we'll just leave that one right there for now, because that'll be the final card that we look at. Okay, so where were we? We were talking about this card, and I was wondering how it worked into working career for you. So the Justice card, we start to release things, we start to let go of things, we start to make new commitments to go forward. That's pretty evident here. Okay, and that will lead to, yeah, new beginnings. What we need to understand, what we need to take forward with ourselves. I'm way out of my comfort zone here right now with your reading, because I usually walk through everything, and I laid all the cards down to see because I couldn't wait. The anticipation was driving me nuts. I don't know about you. Okay, so let's start off with, we walk into the week. We walk into the week as the Empress. So your diplomatic skills are on high energy, and your intuition is definitely high energy. Okay, and so we can bring our heart and our mind together to work as one. So we're not making decisions because we're being overly logical, but we're not making decisions because we're overly emotional too. And when we can blend those two, that's usually when we make those best decisions. This is about the creation, planting the seed. So maybe you're giving it thought this week to where you want to step, where you want to grow, where you want to go forward. That could definitely be, and it could be. I think it's leaning more towards relationships for you, for growing that relationship, adding excitement and passion, enhancing your romantic interactions with each other. I can see that all coming into play, but I think there's some kind of conversation that we need to have first in order for that kind of beauty to come into the relationship by week's end. This could be planting the seed, because if we're planting the seed, then we are thinking about going forward. With the Seven of Swords, we are thinking about going forward in a way that, well, we don't want to weigh ourselves down. We don't want to take a lot of useless things forward with us. We also want to take some of the stuff because we don't want those swords to be used against us. I think we have to kind of stay a little bit quiet and to ourselves about where we want to grow, what we want to step into. So you might be thinking of a career move, and it's not, you don't want to tell your coworker that you're going for that promotion, because that might give them the idea to go against you. I don't know what will happen there. 1,001 different scenarios can play out quite easily. Or you don't want to, somebody else might say, well, you've got a decent job now, why are you switching and starting at the bottom again? That doesn't even make sense. It doesn't make sense through their eyes, so they're going to try and dissuade you from actually going forward. You really want to talk to people that you trust, mentors, people that have walked that path before, in order to make the right decisions going forward. But I see you leaving a path and going towards a new path, or an elevated path, because of what you already do. That could definitely be. There's magic here in your week, absolutely. And then as we leave the week, we have the Knight of Wands, and that calls for a moment of reflection. Maybe you're looking at your past accomplishments. That would be part of it. Maybe you're looking at the here and now. That's very much a part of it. But we're also asking for guidance to come in, to be supported, to have a straight path going forward. So we're asking for a lot of things to come into our lives, as well as protection and love. When we go to our love, okay, we have the Ace of Swords. Now the Ace of Swords is just the most wonderful card here, I think, because this is the aha moments, this is the epiphanies, this is the understanding. So I really think that the healthy dialogues are very important at the very beginning of the week. That's going to create so much happiness and joy, and maybe taking that relationship to a whole different level. Or maybe you start exploring the world together. Maybe you are, maybe you're just maybe more, you just have more passion. There's more excitement. There's more magic within the relationship. If you're looking for someone, somebody could be led to you. You could meet, I think, more by accident than with a group of friends. It's like you meet across a smoky room and your eyes meet, and the rest is history, kind of thing. And to take it slow, to absolutely take it slow, to enjoy the moment, to enjoy the passion and the love and the connection that is starting to form within the relationship, rather than hurrying it along. I think hurrying it along will actually, it's about celebrating, the first date and the second date, and the little in betweens as well. It's about taking our time with the relationship, and I think it turns out to be a relationship that will be very long term for you and strong. So don't try and push too much. Don't try and tell your whole life story in the first date. Just take it with the with an adventurous spirit, I would have to think. When it comes to money, with the Nine of Pentacles here, there's definitely, this is a time to review your financial goals, and consider how you can make a strategic risk, perhaps, in some kind of venture, or some kind of long-term security, or long-term benefits. This isn't like a little windfall. This is something that you are looking at now, and, $5 or $10 will mean a lot. Like, it doesn't seem like you're taking a lot of money to invest, although you could be, absolutely, with these cards. But what you do look at, and you're looking at the risk. I think we're starting out with the Empress and the magic. You're going to be almost led to some kind of opportunity. So it's important to pay attention what people are telling you about finances, about money. Maybe something you come across online as you're, doom scrolling, so they call it, right? You're just constantly scrolling, but maybe something comes along. You may not want to go with that person, but you may want to find out more about what they were talking about. But yeah, financially, I think this week offers definite opportunities for growth. I think you may have the ideas here, but it becomes a little bit stronger as the week carries on. So I think by the end of the week, you're feeling very empowered. You're feeling very optimistic. I think there are new opportunities starting to come out, because this is the card where we are planting the seeds, right next to the Star card. So you could definitely be stepping into something brand new when it comes to work and career or a relationship even, where uh you felt like you couldn't go that way. For some reason, there is some kind of block or some kind of limitation. Maybe it's just a fear. Maybe it's just an anxiety. You know, you don't feel you're ready to date yet, or you're kind of comfortable in your job setting, and you're really not sure if you should take that next leap or that next bound. Okay, but I think your leadership skills, your abilities, especially starting off with this card, is very strong. We have a lot of strong cards here. And it's more about thinking than doing. So really think things through. I don't want you to be too spontaneous this week, even though we've got that Ace of Swords with the aha moments and the epiphanies right over the star, I might add. And then, of course, we have the Seven of Cups. And the Seven of Cups is saying that we don't want to make our choices too quickly, but there are a lot of things coming in here for you. Okay, so embrace your creativity, take pride in what you do, showcase your talents, your abilities, allow your magic to flow. Okay, and I think that it's going to be a beautiful week, and you come in empowered, but you leave empowered as well. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.